Welcome back. Time now to catch up with some biking news, and like the last couple of weeks, we have to start with the world of electric bikes. You may remember us in the past featuring a new Canadian manufacturer by the name of Damon that launched its Hypersport concept just over a year ago in Las Vegas at the massive Consumer Electronics Show. It was well received, to put it mildly, and was given the show's Best in Innovation award. Most startup electric bikes offer modest range and power claims, but Damon went for big, bold numbers and loads of high-tech solutions not seen before. They went the Tesla route, if you like, and those ambitious claims put them ahead of current models like Harley's Livewire and Energica's Evo Superbike. The major difference, of course, is that those manufacturers are already walking the walk, whereas Damon is still in the talking the talk phase of operations. I do occasionally check their YouTube site for any updates, but it's been suspiciously quiet for the past year, which is never a good sign. But recently it has been reported that they've secured themselves a big bag of money to help with the project. There's probably a more accurate financial term to describe the injection of funds into the business, but the effect is the same. They get to continue development and manufacturing of the Hypersport models. 450 million rand appears to have come from investors, while, quite surprisingly to me at least, is that another 300 million rand has arrived in the form of prepayments for bikes. The Hypersport is being punted as an electric bike with 200 equivalent horsepower that also makes 200 newton meters of torque and will top 200 miles an hour while having a, you guessed it, 200-mile range. Like I said, bold claims, but then it also has a bold price at somewhere between 700,000 and 800,000 rand. As well as an adjustable handlebar, foot peg and seat, it features an electronic co-pilot system that offers all-around radar and camera monitoring to keep you as safe as possible. Like all of you, I really want this bike to become a reality. I would love for it to be the Tesla of the biking world and exceed all expectations, but still need a lot more convincing. And a few more regular updates on the company's YouTube channel would be a good start, rather than a year of ominous silence. This next item of news is also out of North America, but this time is from Michigan in the US of A. Buell is back, apparently. The soap opera that is Buell continues, but isn't really Buell anymore. But sort of is. Okay, quick history lesson. Eric Buell was a privateer road racer who became a Harley-Davidson engineer, who then started Buell, which used air-cooled Harley engines. And they featured a lot of Eric's innovative engineering solutions like oil and fuel in frame and swing arm and things like rim-mounted brake discs. Harley invested in Buell, eventually buying the company outright. Then Harley got itself into financial trouble around the time of the 2008 financial meltdown, and panicking, they unforgivably, short-sightedly shut Buell by liquidating it. Eric Buell went on to start EBR, which is Eric Buell Racing, and they made a version of his superbike and competed in the American and World Superbike Championships, with Hero Motorcycles, the Indian company, as a partner on the world stage. I think it's fair to say that the bike simply wasn't up to the task. The relationship with Hero went south, and the same company oversaw the liquidation of EBR in 2015. That liquidation company is now reviving the Buell brand and intends making at least 10 models to cover sport, dual purpose, adventure tourers, cruisers and electric. Oh, and dirt bikes as well. Mr. Buell is not involved, since he is now making electric bicycles under the banner of Fuel. He seems pretty unimpressed by his eponymous brand's revival and has got nothing to do with it. What the future holds for the revived Buell, who can tell? Personally, I wouldn't invest my retirement pot in a company making bikes whose main business is liquidating other companies. But that's just me. I did like several of Buell's previous models, so part of me dreams of a successful revival, but when I'm awake, that dream soon disappears. Our final bit of news this week comes out of Toulouse, France, the new home of Brough Superior. The company has a new model. It is a naked bike and it is called the Lawrence. Why? Well, for those of you who don't know, the most famous rider of Broughs back in the company's original heyday was T.E. Lawrence, a lieutenant in the British Army who went on to lead an Arab alliance against the Ottoman Empire in the First World War. These escapades, memorialised in an epic big-budget film in 1962, led to him being known as Lawrence of Arabia. He had several Broughs and is perhaps best known for killing himself on one after a big crash in 1935. Brands don't normally commemorate people dying on their product, but it's just different. The Lawrence uses the same 102 horsepower 88-degree V-twin as previous Broughs, but ditches the old styling in favour of a new tank and tail end and loses the fairing. The suspension is a Fior-type fork up front made from billet aluminium and an equally gorgeous alley swing arm at the rear. The frame is machined titanium. If you want a truly exclusive naked bike for trips to the beach in Cape Town, look no further. Cost? If you need to ask, you can't afford it.